Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, we're good to go.
Okay, hi. Once again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday rainy session. In case you don't know who we are, my name is Jesslyn, and together with Kaining, we started the Courage chapter. And I think maybe we give some bit of context, right? So last week we ran our info session for the AI Native Circle, Courage Entrepreneurs Edition. It's something that it was a AI training program that we have worked with our AI training partner One Way. But I think we also noticed that there's a deeper interest in understanding like what the skill is about that we talk about on the Luma events page, specifically the market validation tool. So, but then the underlying message that I think we are trying to spread the gospel over here is that the AI really here matters, but I think what is so different about the Courage chapter edition of it is that it's about your expertise, it's about that years of experience that you have. So how the question then is about how do we turn what you know into an offer that people will actually pay for while having AI to do the work around the work. So it's about having like AI to help like augment the expertise and the offerings that you and the idea that you intend to build and intend to have. So what we've been seeing at the Courage chapter is about the narrative of a career, right? For most of us over here who have seen like career looking like a ladder, which is more on the left, you climb the career ladder, you reach the top, and then one day you hand it off. So you study, you work, you retire. But the thing is that this current narrative doesn't describe what most experienced professionals want anymore. So many of you actually want your working life to last a lot longer, in a shape that fits where you are. So, for example, some of you who, as you go along your careers, right, you realize that hey, you might want to do pivot, you might want to do something different. You might want to take a break. For example, for some caregiving duties, or you have young kids. Then there are others who decide like, hey, maybe I want to start a different side hustle. So you could see that like, hey, the careers now has evolved and it's become more flexible. Like people want to do different things at their own terms. So the question here is that like what is it that an individual could build that's his or hers on terms that you choose? And one thing that we notice about the Courage chapter is that some of these opportunities is not an employer that is offering to you. The question then is like, hey, then can I create like opportunities for myself to manifest the kind of work that I want to do? So if you want to build your own thing, if you want to create and manifest your opportunities, right? What are some of the models that we have observed at the Courage chapter and also the wider landscape? So we have seen one, it's like a practice. So you build a business around your own name, your own expertise. So you could set up your own consultancy or a studio. Another very common means or mode that we have seen is a portfolio. So you can create your own business, but in a form that you can offer a mix of like business advisory. You get go in the form of teaching. You come in the form of like taking on like different projects that get mixed together. Like what is it that you want to offer? And the last one that we have seen an increasing trend, which is a company of one, OPC. This has been increasingly common in China and of course because of AI. So OPCs, in case you're not familiar with, it's a small business that you can run alone because it's a company of one, where AI would does the work that what a team used to do. So all the administrative work, all the work that is basically that can be made repetitive, things that you can give instructions to, all this work, all these tasks can then be automated and done by AI. But whichever the mode here that we see at the Courage Entrepreneurs Circle, right, is that whatever shapes that fit you, the work is the same. So it's about turning what you know into an offer that people will pay for. Okay, so honestly, like this session here is really I'll call it like a live tutorial session. So with that, right, maybe we want to break you all into breakout rooms. We have how many people here today? And you see
We have 22.
22
So
people.
around 3 to 4 people per room.
Then we do like 3 to 4 people, and maybe we just spend like 5 minutes in the
Yeah,
breakout room just to, get yourself warmed up. And maybe what brings you here today, and of course, to share your business idea that you have. Is it too
yeah.
much instruction?
And
Okay, so while Kaining set up the breakout room, I repeat the instructions, right? So it's about getting you into the different rooms. In the room, you would see about 3 to 4 people. Share like what brought you here today, and of course, your business idea.
yeah. The
And
reason why we are doing this is also because later y'all will be helping we'll be like kind of discussing a little bit in detail and also helping each other with the market validation skill that we'll be
mm,
having. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll break out everyone into the rooms. Okay, more people are joining. So later you might notice some people parachuting into your room as well. Okay, now I'm gonna open it. Unpin. Yep. Okay, everybody's gonna get moved. Aside 2, 5, 3. Oops. 1, 2. Okay, everybody can go. I think Malik, dear, are you all okay?
Yep.
Malik, you don't have a room, is it? Let me send you to one. And then I think because some people just joined, that's why. 1, 2, 3, 4.
we just scare them. Like, come in and like, hey, I put you in the breakout room already.
Yeah. Okay, I think everybody, Albert also. Okay, can please join. Let me take a look. Okay, they all have a room already. Yeah, let me just take a quick look. Cause
There's one individual who's still here.
circuit. Yeah, I put Shatrit in room 5.
I mean, this one person, okay?
Can okay.
No, nobody, somebody in the waiting room.
Maybe we tell her first.
Hmm.
Hello. Hi, I think LL, right? Oh, and another one. Ashley.
Hello, LL and
Hello.
SB.
Yeah. So the current segment is that people are doing a quick self-introduction. So we will put you into a breakout room. Yeah. So I'm going to allocate you all into a room, okay? Yeah. Please accept the invite and then you all will be sent there.
Maybe
Okay.
we give like additional, like, now it's really an additional 2 minutes.
Right. Okay. I
Oh,
can
nautical.
yeah, because one reason it was accidentally sent it's treated as a participant. So it actually
Oh,
got sent there lah. So I removed it. Yeah. Oh, LL, I think. I'm not sure your full name, but we actually allocated you into a room, so you can join that room.
it's about sharing your business idea and what brings you here today lah. Because I think the cohort this is meant to be like a more hands-on tutorial session. So it'd be nice that at least like this is the breakout room and these are like your buddies lah for the session today. Oh, good. You can choose to stay here also can.
Okay, Jess, you can go ahead.
Okay, yes. So we have everyone back. Hopefully everyone feels energized and excited about their idea. And we shall head to the next slide. So one thing we observed based from like last week's in
Please. Thank you so much, Ashla.
Okay, no,
and
yeah.
so hello. I think one thing we noticed, right, is that I think some of them when we have like ideas, people tend to think about it and then they research and then they think and then they talk to different people, right? So my point is that a lot of you here, you have like so much experience, right? So it's not whether or not you are an expert in the field that you are in. But I think a lot of the reason why is it that like it's like holding people back, right? It's a lot about like the fear, the risk, about like reputation, about your savings, about your opportunity cost. So sometimes it feels a lot safer lah to just keep like researching than to commit on to work on the idea. But our point is that like by researching forever, right, it's its own risk itself. Cause you might be spending a lot of time like doom looping. Um, so the question really here is that like will someone want to pay for the offering that you are suggesting, right? So the only real test is whether like someone will pay for it, and testing that first is how you take the risk out of before you decide to build your services and your products, right? So that's what we call the market validation skill um from that we are doing it for this session using Claude to do so. So it turns Claude into a specialist to check to validate whether or not your idea has a market for it, and whether or not it has a potential real demand lah, at a price where like people will actually want to pay for it. And I mean we can share a little bit more later about what this bootcamp is about. But with that, I think this is a reason why most of you are here today, to actually run the market validation skill. So that is actually what we'll be doing next. For this session, right, we're gonna walk you through like how is it to install the Claude skill. So with that, maybe I'll hand over to Kaining to share the live demo on how is it done. So the intent here is for y'all to work hands-on, so y'all can actually like download the skill and work on it. So while Kaining like pulls up her screen, I'm also going to pull up the link.
Yep, I have sent the link on the chat as well.
Already?
So
Okay.
yes. So if everybody goes into the link, right, you click into courageboss.netlify.app. This is our AI native kind of page. But if you scroll down, there is a place for you to download the Claude market validation test. Yeah. So
Some
if you would
because some of you ask, right? I think we tested with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, in order to run skills, you need a paid account. So if you already have a paid account with ChatGPT, feel free to use that. Otherwise, you can use Claude. For Claude, right, you of course you need an account, but you do not need a paid account in order to leverage the skills.
Yeah. Yeah. So is everybody okay? Like everybody managed to get to this page, the market validation page. I can also send this one over.
It's a link that we put it on the Netlify.
Yeah. So if you can either click into the Courage Boss link, or you can click into Stand Store. Both would help you to get into the market validation Claude skill site. Yeah. So we just walk step by step lah, so that everybody can follow it. Pardon me if I'll go a little bit slower, just in case like some people need help navigating. Yeah. Okay.
Once
Maybe you
you're
write in the chat. Yeah, you write in the chat that you are okay. Then all good.
Thanks, Dawn.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, you can just do like thumbs up or
Yes,
something so that we know that you guys are good to go. Okay, I see some thumbs up. Alrighty, very good. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so of course the next step will be to download the skill lah, right? So some of you all have done that, right? Type in your name and just your email address, and then you press purchase, right? It's free, but you press purchase, and then you will end up what happens is that it would ask you to go to redirect. So when you press redirect, you would go into a Google Drive. Yeah, and from Google Drive, then you would download the skill into your desktop, or download it, right? Okay, wait,
Everybody's here, right? You all can see. Anybody cannot download or has difficulty downloading?
Yeah. So you just right click here and then you press download, right? Then you would I think I did it a few times. Yeah. I'm trying to it's weird. I can't seem to see my own I can't seem to go to my own desktop. Okay, I'm here. Cool. Yeah. So everybody good already. Then what we will now go into, right, is into our Claude interface. right? So maybe I'll pause a short while. Like what Jess mentioned, right? Claude, the free plan, is possible to download a skill. Um, ChatGPT, you need the pro account, like you need the paid account on ChatGPT to be able to leverage a skill. Yeah. So a skill, right, is literally like any human being. Like when you like let's say you have a digital marketing skill, it means that you are good at digital marketing lah. Essentially, this is what we are also training our AI to do. So by uploading my um market validation skill, right? So I will drag and drop my market validation skill into my Claude, and then I would say, help me to install this skill, right? By doing that, right, it actually builds like literally like I'm like let's say teaching a lifetime of market validation skills to my Claude lah, essentially. And then they will permanently have that skill set inside your Claude. Yeah. So prior to that, right, what we will need to do is also to check whether our Claude is set up to download skills like that. So for those who are first time users for this skill, you would have to go to your bottom left hand corner, press our settings, right? Go to
Yep.
settings.
Settings.
Okay. And then press capabilities. Later, I'll run one more time. Press capabilities. All right. And then just check that you have enabled file creation on Claude. Okay, so I repeat again. So if you are first time using Claude, right? You check whether you have that ability to download a skill. So you go to your bottom left hand corner, press settings, click on settings, click on capabilities, right, under settings, and then scroll down, you would see cloud code execution and file creation. So if you enable this, it ensures that you are able to execute code on a server and you can create documents, create spreadsheets, presentations lah. And this thing is required for skills. Yeah. Drop your message on the chat if you need.
If anybody need help. I mean, or
Yeah.
you can feel free to PM me. So while kind of like focuses on the demo lah. Happy to help.
Mm. Okay. Everybody good with this step?
Everybody's in Claude. Everybody has done this.
Yeah. Can
Thank you.
unmute to ask questions also. We will go a bit
Yeah.
more moderately paced now. Okay, I think some people thumbs up. If you are good, you can thumbs up too, right? So I've already installed this skill, but I will just show you a demo lah, right? So you drag and drop, help me install this skill. You can choose what you want to name it. You can say like help me name it like market. Let's say for me it will be courage market validation lah, but you can write whatever market validation, right? Something like this. Okay, then or if you can let it name whatever you want as well. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
For context, I think Claude is quite intuitive, but for context, we have already run this skill many times.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry. Can I
Mm.
just check again? So once I go to the settings, I go to skills, right?
No. So if you go to settings, you click here. Just do a quick check. Press capabilities.
Okay, just
And then you scroll down and just check that you are able to do file creation. So this one.
okay, capabilities. Uh, so
Then
in
make sure that
capabilities, I should look for
cloud code execution and file creation.
okay.
Then just ensure that this is
Yeah, this is selected.
enabled. Okay. But to your point, good point, right? So where you can find all your skills, like in future you want to build more skills, right? You scroll down to customize still under the settings page, right? Go to
Yeah.
customize, press skills. All your skills are here. Right. So for example, for me, I hate the AI writing, right? So I train my Claude to stop writing like AI. Yeah. So that's my another skill that I built. And then I have my own branding guide, so I train it to do everything in my brand colors and everything lah. So these are skills that I train my Claude to do. Yeah. So you can see my market validation skill is also here.
So will the market validation skill appear here automatically, or will I have to upload it?
Yes, you would have to upload it. So you would so like just now what I did, right? So when you open a new chat, you drag and drop your skill into the chat,
Hmm.
and then you type help me to download this, help me to install this skill. Yeah, like that. Then when you send it, it would install it for you.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, they told me something.
Hi, Kaini.
Sorry?
Hi, Joston here. I
Hello,
had
hi
the same
Justin.
I had the same things that you see,
Uh-huh.
whereby once I uploaded onto the chat on Claude, they will ask me to go into skills and then add on
Mm.
the zip file into the settings itself.
Yeah. It seems like they changed that thing. Okay.
Yeah, I
Then
think they
what
changed
we
somewhat.
do
Yeah.
is, okay, then it's essentially this is what we call being an AI native, right? So actually, if you don't know like what's going on, right, you just literally ask AI and then you follow their instructions as well. So for example, now today they tell me they can't install the skill directly, right? So let's just follow their instructions. So of course, because I already have it lah, so they're telling me like you already have that skill, but let's ignore that, and then we would follow their instructions. So they say go to settings, open capabilities, right? Or skills, and then upload it. Okay, let me do that now. So I'll go to settings, I'll go to skills, right? Then I press add, right? So under settings, I find my skills. I press add. I will press upload a skill. Okay, I try. Then because I have it here, I will drag and drop into Claude. Yeah, and then they tell because I have it already, so I would upload and replace it lah. But for you guys, it will be just upload. Yeah. Okay, I'll pause here first.
So I'm just trying to understand. So you
Uh-huh.
go to settings and go to skills. Why don't you do it in chat? So you're doing
Yeah,
because
I am here.
if you
So
do many skills, then it makes sense. But if you just like you're already starting doing your market validation, you just do plus and skills are there, right? You right here, the skill is here. So you just do plus and you find your skill.
yes.
Like right here, there's a plus thing, skills, and
Yes,
then
yes. But this one is for me, I mean, it's similar. So, I can also access it from here. So I think what Mia is saying is that there's a plus sign. You press plus. There's also this option to go to skills here, but then you would also have to add your skills from like
yeah.
you probably have
So
to press manage skills
the
and add.
problem here is that you don't really use skills because skills are just one particular task that you do, and usually you do many different tasks. So you load a plugin because plugin will have all of the
Yes,
tools
yes.
and all of the tasks together. But it is very good introduction because we can create our own skills, right?
Yeah.
And when you have a lot of skills like what you do right now,
Yeah.
depending on
It
how you
can-
set it up, it can be quite difficult for Claude to understand what skill to use because technically plugin limits the context. But if you have all of your skills loaded like what you did, right, you cannot find anything.
Yes, yes,
The
yes.
context is just too wide. Like you're supposed
Too
to
wide.
pack your skills into like a collection, which right now is they call it plugins. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for sharing, Mia. So I think this is like quite advanced for today's sharing because today we want to isolate like just one track, which is to help people to validate their business idea. I think what Mia is saying is that actually you can cluster a bunch of skill sets. Let's say like a marketing professional, right? A marketing professional has multiple skills. I think that's what Mia is saying. But for today, I think we keep it like very simple for everyone. We just do the upload of one skill, then we just use that one skill. But I think as we level up and advance, we can kind of do our collection of of plugins and all that. Yeah. Thanks for sharing also. Yes. Okay, so yes. Let's see. Yes, so if you are advanced, like you are pretty okay with this, you can follow Mia's instructions as well that he sent on the chat, right, to do a plugin. But I think for today we are just using the market validation skill. Yeah. Yeah.
I got the same message as you have in your
Uh-huh.
screen
Yeah.
that we cannot install it. What happened?
Yes. So I think now Claude is saying that you are not able to just upload directly this file. So what you can do, Naman, is that you can there are multiple ways you can do it. So let's try another way. You go to plus sign. Do you see your plus sign on
Yeah.
the you press it, then there is the skills like thing, like what do you call it? The tab. Then you press manage skills. Okay, right. So then you would end up in a interface with all the different like skills. If you may have nothing there if you have not used it before, then you press add, right? Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you can press upload a skill.
Okay.
Yes,
Got it.
then you can drag and drop. Yeah. You can notice that there are other ways you can do it, right? So you are able to write your own skill next time, right? To brief your intern, like so-called you brief your AI intern. You write instructions, or you can create together with them. Yeah. But for today, we keep it simple for you. So we have already done it. All you need to do is to upload it. Yeah. That's why we have
Yeah, it
uploads.
works.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Alrighty. Everybody okay? Yes. Okay, so everyone is good. Do you think we can continue?
I think some of them may not have Claude. So,
Okay.
so I need to download Claude.
Can, no worries.
No, so just to be clear, right? The link at Stand Store, that link will send you to the market validation skill to download. But for you to run the skill, for the purpose of today's session, we are using Claude. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I understand that everybody is at different stages, right? Depending on whether you have Claude or not. So we maybe wait a short while. But in the meantime, right, those who are ready, right, think of your business idea because I just need one nomination for a sample. So we'll trial out the market validation skill together, lah, right, as a demo. Then later we will do our own breakout to try as a group. Okay. Yeah, so since you are whoever very fast, right, very ready. I think I saw some hands just now, like Adeline and all that. So maybe you can tell me your business idea, right? Then I would help to kind of run through the skill.
Maybe a small home-based training business.
Okay, wait, let me okay, so anyway, it's just been irritating me and telling me that I've already installed it lah. So, but for y'all can also just check it. Like they would inform you like what is your skills name as well. Yeah. But okay. So Adeline, you are talking about a home-based business, right?
Yes.
Okay, can. Do you mind elaborating a little bit about it?
Home-based training. So maybe training skills like AI, art, or even maybe content generation through AI, lead generation through AI.
Okay. So the whole premise is home-based training, and it can be all kinds of home-based training depending on your expertise, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a platform that you're hosting it on, or like how do you go about the home-based training?
Literally in my home lah. I mean, for in person. If it's online, then I can host it on a Zoom platform.
At my home, or online, right?
Yeah.
At any number, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Help me leverage the market validation skill, right? To evaluate my business. Okay. So I will just talk through for those who are kind of ready, right? In the meantime, if you still need help, right, you can PM Jess and Jess can help you to with your skills part, right? So for those who are done already, right, what we are doing now is we're actually helping Adeline to validate her idea. Right, of course, the more information you give, the better lah, because they will need some context to do their research and to tell you, right. So what Adeline's idea is that she wants to do home-based training, right, for all her expertise. She can teach AI, she can teach art, content generation, etc. Right, and she would host them at her home or online. Adeline, how would you get your customers and all that also? Like,
There's this lady that's offered to share to her community. So
okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and it will start with reaching out to people who are already with communities.
Okay, it's true friends who already have, yeah. Okay, so I created some context lah. Of course, Adeline has the most context, so let's just send it out to Claude, right? So what I did was I told Claude, I say, hey, please use the market validation skill. So when you type in this, right, you got to do the backslash. You press the backslash, then they will give you an option. All your skills will appear here. Then you choose the market validation skill. Okay, so I said, please help me leverage the backslash market validation skill to evaluate my business. Then I tell them everything. I tell them my whole idea lah, basically. Okay. Then I send it over. Yeah. So now Claude will take some time to think about it, right? What is inside the market validation skill is that we've already kind of briefed it to do their research and everything. So then they will ask you questions, right? Okay, so Adeline, who is your primary audience that you are targeting?
Uh,
Would it be mid-career senior professionals,
yes.
public? Okay, and any others?
General public hobbyists.
Okay, so it's just anyone, is it?
Yeah,
Or
mix.
a mix, generally, okay, a mix of people, general public. Okay. Then your next question is, do you have any signal yet that people are keen in your skills?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And which format do you want to validate?
The in-person.
In person? Okay. Okay, so now, so what happens is Claude, right? Because obviously they are not you. They will ask you some questions to ensure that they understand your context fully. That's why you can give it as much information as possible and you can direct them more concretely as well, right? So what we're trying to do now is that Claude is trying to stress test the Adeline's idea. Okay. So then they tell Adeline about her demand assessment. So they tell her, hey, you have a real signal, right? Because people already said that they want it, right? However, Claude is saying that, general public is not a segment lah. So it is, right? So and if you don't have a clear buyer, then you don't know their pain point, and then you will not be able to price it well lah. So that's one thing that they're flagging it out. Yeah. So it's also saying that, what is the specific pain you're trying to solve for people? Mm. Yeah, and then also, I mean, I'm sure Adeline, you have your own deeper answer already, but I think just based on the information that we gave, then they mentioned that, hey, what about AI lah? Do you want to train them? That also is your USP. Mm, yeah. Then they also talk about market stress test, right? Whether there is demand, whether yeah. So then this is a supply push, right? Revenue depends on your outreach. Uh-huh. Yeah. So you're trying to say that I think you're trying to say that it is I think probably thinking about sustainability of the people that come to you lah. You would have to always continue finding these people. But I think there's something personally, I think it's something that it will build over time, right? Because as the word gets out, then more and more people will refer to you and all that lah. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's also talking about how for Adeline, your idea, right? If the community no longer wants it, then no more lah. Or if the topic of the month has shifted, then maybe like gotta think of new ideas as well. Mm. Yeah. Then he also talks about like what kind of pain are you anchoring on, right? Right. So basically, I think he keeps talking about like what pain point are we solving lah for them. Okay. So they talk about this being a low resilience revenue line. So basically unstable, there might be unstable income unless we can try out a more specific pain point. Yeah. So mm. Mm. Yeah. So then they will comment also on your offer and pricing, your execution scope. And whether and then this is their verdict lah. Their verdict is they will tell you whether they think currently, right, is a go or a no go, right? So to us this is a yes, correct, right? This is a pass to us. Like if yeah, this idea is a pass.
Okay.
Yes. Right, Jess?
Yeah, because I think for Adeline's case, right, there is already a signal and incline that people are willing to pay for it, at least like within the group chat lah that had indicated some level of interest.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Claude is suggesting that can go for and start a small pilot lah.
Yeah. And I think one thing that we learned from our startup mentors is that never free interest for free things is not a true demand lah in a sense. So for example, like even if you are just starting out, right? Then some people like to like do like free stuff. Then after that, they notice that there's quite some demand coming in. But then it is not true indication of there being a need in the market. That's why Claude also says that you should quote even if the modest price, right, you should quote something because somebody's willingness to pay is a clear indication of true demand. Yeah, so that's a startup mentor advice also. I see Jojo, right, you have a question.
Yes, I have a question. So I noticed that you're using Sonnet 5. Okay, have you compared how the various models
Ooh.
respond
Um
in terms of details, and the scope of the research and the
yeah.
topics that's being returned? I'm just wondering, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not an expert here, but generally I stick to the default of medium. I tried to
Okay,
use high before, but it maxes out my tokens very fast. Like, it takes away my tokens, and
of
I think
course.
medium is good enough for me at the current stage. But if you
Okay,
want to do very, very deep research, right, and then you have some you can spare some tokens, you should actually try to kind of maybe do like high to get
okay,
even more in-depth answers lah. But I tried before and I really like it sucked me dry lah. So but I don't
okay,
know. I don't know about other people's experience. Your
okay.
kitchen as well. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Yeah. Okay. So Whoa, well, Mia is like sending super good resources, so like you can check it out as well. Besides that, anybody else has any questions? Like everyone is good with downloading the skill already. Is everyone good? I assume everyone's okay. So now, right, potentially just shall we break into the breakouts, or is there something we want to share beforehand? Yeah.
Yeah, so what's going
Yeah, go ahead.
So what's going to happen is that we're going to spend the next 20 minutes back into the breakout rooms that you will form and use the market validation skill to basically talk to Claude and see like how is the idea faring. And then Kai-Ning and myself will be hopping into the different breakout rooms. So breakout rooms are in 20 minutes and see whether there are any questions. Feel free to share your idea and what are some of the learnings or any surprises that they came out from running the market validation skill.
Okay, yeah. So since it's 20 minutes, right? And then you're all friends now because you've all talked to each other. So what you can do is maybe the first 10 minutes or 5-10 minutes, you can try it on your own first, then subsequently, and then ask each other if like, let's say somebody is like they know
Stuck or something.
you can if you're stuck, you can ask each other. And then the last 10 minutes, maybe you all can talk through and share your what Claude is saying to you, right? So it's also we use AI and human, so like because there are some feedback from people to say that AI tells me all these things, but I still want real humans to tell me whether they believe in my idea or not, right? So we thought a hybrid model, AI and human, the best model. So we thought that everybody can do it together, lah. So recap, what we will do in the thing would be everybody would go into the breakout room and then you just kind of brief Claude about your idea. You can write like, help me leverage this / market validation skill to evaluate my business. Then you tell them everything, right? And then also tell the humans, yeah. So now let me break everybody out into the room. All right, and then people like Mia and I think there's quite a few pros here, so please help everyone else as well. Yeah. Okay, Angie, we will share with you the details as well. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna open. Okay, everybody can join. Okay, Jess, maybe we share with Angie.
Angie just join, huh?
Yeah. Okay,
We
PM,
send everybody back. Send everybody to the breakout rooms first.
Okay. I think so. And very surprisingly, right? Because normally when we do breakouts, then like people start to drop off. But most of you are still here, very, very amazed. Hope it was an engaging session. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just now I was just telling the earlier group that like the concepts that we are teaching here, in a way, like we didn't even build like the fundamental blocks. But I think over here, what the intention of today's is really just to inspire like possibilities. And I think fundamentally it's about augmenting it's about amplifying your experience using AI. And not the other way around, and not like just relying on AI and do wonders. Like ultimately, I think Courage Chapter is not an AI training company. So I think we're just also like as we go along the journey, this is what we use in our business as well, and hope that could spark possibilities in the journeys that you guys are embarking on as well. Okay, let me share my screen.
Yeah, and I think also to the point, right? Just now, I mean, some people were saying that it's very helpful to have humans also who are growing together and you can help each other to validate, right? Because oftentimes when you build alone, then you are like, you don't know whether it's what you're seeing is real or it's just in your head, right? So it's good to have a community that we, do this together, lah. So we are experimenting to see whether, something like that will be helpful for everyone. Yeah.
Okay, so I think most of you here would already know what we do, but I think the question is like why are we doing this boot camp now that's happening on the 22nd of August, right? So the Courage Chapter aims to journey with experienced professionals like yourself to enable meaningful contribution. What this means is that we see our work, our focus, right, as an enablers for contribution. So in this case, are enablers for like creation of opportunities. And what we see in this context, right, of this like 4C's journey is that we see it as a cycle. So we see it as a cycle of like the 4C's, which includes clarity, which is like, who am I now and where do I want to be? capacity, which is what do I need to do to get there, creation, which is what will I contribute, and care is like who supports me through it lah. So you could see that you're able to move through the journeys in like the different life stages and life changes, right? But you can always come back around with new skills and a different view as well. So most of you here who are transitioning from corporate, transitioning from a career break into, let's say, like a different OPC into your own like fractional opportunity, right? For what we're doing this morning, right, it sits mostly in the capacity and the creation bit of like actually building something. But how Courage Chapter is different is that we also hold the last C here, which is care. So when we talked about like the AI bootcamp, right, technically, yes, the bootcamp is 1 day only. But what we envision to do, right, is really to walk a much longer journey and with builders, like a community of builders like yourself, like working alongside together. And which brings me to just a little bit of the shout out, right? Because we are not AI trainers ourselves, we are working with this lady called Wan Wei. She was actually just now around here, looking around in the background. She has already done like multiple like AI keynotes and training programs and has done like past cohort sessions with us. And this is not the first cohort that we're running. We have had like 30 participants so far. These are all experienced professionals also. This is not meant for like, it's non-technical, so there were 0 lines of code returned. And at the end of the class, everyone shipped a minimum of 1 working agent. So just now when I was like hopping around the rooms, right, some of you were asking like, oh, actually, what do you mean by agents? Is the skill the agent? I was like, So maybe I think what would help would be like giving some examples. So you could see on the screen over here, if it's a bit too small, let me just read it out. We have examples such as morning briefing, where the individual, based on her background, she wanted to know like the news already automatically like scheduled based on her industry background. So every morning it's scheduled, and that it will fit her like the particular like news industry that she is interested in, to keep her updated about the latest happening in her industry. The second one, this lady, she actually built her chief of staff because she was also starting her own OPC as well, but she needed like almost like a chief of staff to help her get things organized. There's also one that's thinking to productize her AI agent. So this is an AI grant scanner and a writer for nonprofit. Then there's another gentleman who wants to do a sales leads agent as well. So they are able to automatically scrape data and look at ideal customers that he or should be targeting at. There are also individuals who are professionals themselves, and then they wanted to use it for their own existing job. So that would be the gentleman on the most right. He created a jobs to be done agent. So these are some of the examples of agents that were created. So on the 22nd of August, right, we are saying that once you have a validated offer of like go, so we are very mindful, right, of like selling paid courses, because we noticed that we wanted the idea to be like validated and like, hey, like this is something that you believe that you're able to commit to and you want to work on the idea. And then like, okay, then we think about, hey, how can we then use AI to leverage that to augment like your business? So in the class itself, there would be one agent that you have decided that you want to build. And together with that, we also noticed that there are 4 typical agents that usually someone that is starting up their businesses would need or would want. One is that obviously if you're starting your own business, you need a website, right? So you need to build a website. We also feel that you also need an AI counsel. Some of you commented that like, hey, actually your ChatGPT and your Claude, right? Some of them are also yes men. So meaning that you also don't know whether what they're saying is truly reflective or they're just being polite and being nice. So what we are trying to build with agent number 2, the AI council, is so that they could talk to one another and give you the different perspective. When we first ran it in our class, right, we have like AI councils of different, taking on like different personas. Some of them could be the one playing the devil's advocate. There are some that is gonna be the inspirational figure. So there are different like personas that the AI counsel will emulate. That can be customized based on your likings and to supplement your temperament. So there's one funny example that we did for the last cohort where because about National Day was coming at that time, so we had the AI Council of the Founding Fathers. So we had like the old guards. So we have like Lee Kuan Yew over there, and then like the different like founding leaders. Then we had like agent number 3, which is more for content creation engine. So it's about how do you create social media content that you are able to be posting out there. But I think I want to caveat that I am not for AI slop. So there is also what we call, there needs to be a certain threshold that you meet in order to say that like, okay, this is good enough to be posted. So in a way, it's still verifiable, and the AI agent in a way has also already helped you validated to say that like this content is worth and is valuable enough to be posting online, and this is what you'll be known for as well. Agent number 4 would be sales lead generation. So it's about learning how do you get your different contacts and sources to source for potential leads that you should be able to reach out to. So if you're interested, there's a QR code over there, which is the same link as the Netify. It's a 1-day course that's happening on the 22nd, which is next Saturday as well. $680. So the class is intended to be kept small, maximum of 8 people only. On top of that, I think for in order to run this, you require a paid Claude subscription. This one will be paid to Anthropic themselves, which is like Singapore $30 a month for Claude co-work. Okay. What does the day include? It includes a full day in-person bootcamp. It has live support all days.
Sorry, Jess, do you mind elaborating on the Agent 3 content engine? I think somebody asked on the chat.
What about it? Like what it will generate, is it? Like for which platform?
Yeah, and so how is it an agent that will generate, or you need also the knowledge and skills to know how to do the videos
Oh, okay.
and yeah, what is exactly this agent?
Okay, so when we did it in the previous cohort, we did it more from a writing, like written posts, not so much for not as in terms of format. It's more written. It's not so much of a video and photo creation sort of format, if that helps.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay, so if let's say you want to do like social media contents for this business,
yeah,
then this agent only builds the content.
the
Then if you need
copywriting.
okay, understand.
But if there is interest, we can also run the video and also photos as well. But I just want to be clear, as in terms of the offering, it will be more about the copywriting. Videos and photos, I think we actually ran it in the previous cohort, but that is not like the main focus of it. Like, I think people are just curious to see, oh, how can it be done versus like actual doing it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Jesslyn, I have a question regarding the lead generation.
Yeah.
So when it says, I mean, I exactly want to know what happens in this lead generation. Like, does it help you to come up with leads that you can reach out, and do you need to have your own CRM to then kind of, how does it actually work? That is what I want to know.
I think it's based on the idea that you have, the pain point that the customers that you are targeting. It's able to scrape data and say that like based on this, like who are your potential customers that you'll be reaching out to. So after that, you understand who your customers are, right? Then how can you refine and let's say an email to reach out to them in a way that they would feel that like, oh, okay, this person understands what I do and it's worthwhile having a conversation with you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so it's 2 main parts actually. So for the lead gen part is it can scrape like what Jess said, the relevant email addresses of like companies or depend on individuals, but usually companies that you can reach out to. And then like to Jess's point, you can, like for example, you have 100 leads, right? It can even customize every email for these 100 companies based on what they might be looking for. Yeah. So that's a level of precision that actually we can go into at volume lah, using AI. Yeah.
Okay, so then which means once I'm using this lead generation, I don't need any further HubSpot or any other tool to actually send my emails, or will I still need that? Like, will this just create the emails, or will it also help me to send out and work on the responses?
I think you need your CRM.
Yeah, yeah, that was my
Training,
main
let me know.
question.
Let me
Yeah.
know what it is.
I think okay, so the envision, as in for this agent, right, when we built it, it's more about once the scraping is done, once the email has been drafted, the email will be drafted sitting in your drafts inbox. Because I think we, at least at this stage, because we are also just beginning, right? You don't want to ask them to automatically send the email. So the extent of it is just sitting in your drafts and then looking at it, and then whether you can click send. And then once you check whether it makes sense, and then you can click send. So that's the extent of it.
Jocelyn, can I add just one point? So we tried exactly what you wanted, Sanjita, right? Sanjita, is it correct? So we tried sending everything and doing everything with the agent, and we got banned everywhere because once you send emails, too many, and you don't really like you can even view them, but if you send too many emails, it doesn't really work. Like you still need to validate your message, you need to validate everything, and you don't want them to be sent automatically because there's so many mechanisms right now that cut you, and then your email will not survive very long. So
Yeah, good point.
Like,
Your emails will be sent to your basically in junk mail lah.
like usually the emails, right? There's a limit to how many you can send per day. So for example, for the one that we use, it's like 250 emails lah. Yeah. So you shouldn't just like get Claude to just send it out for you directly. Yeah. So some level of like work is still involved, and it's better also because we want to curate our offer better, make sure that it's legit stuff that we are sending out. Yeah. All right. Then now, okay, moving on.
Yes. So the day itself, this is what it offers. We have like other facilitators will be coming in as well. Similar to like the demeanor or like the pace of class, right? It's very guided and it's in person, so it's like step by step. So that's like making sure that no one gets left behind. Very small curated room, maximum of 8 seats. And whatever that is being shared or thought, there would be the worksheets and the templates that will be shared with you during the class, and also some additional frameworks and resources that will be shared with you as well. Okay, so this is actually the last slide. So we are hoping that you could test your idea. And if your idea, you think that, hey, that my idea is like good, that I do want is something that I want to pursue and I want to augment it with AI, you could come for the bootcamp on the 22nd of August. More details on the website that you were with at just now. And with that, I think I end my sales pitch. But I think we also want to segue to understand, because the Courage chapter do want to like what I mentioned earlier, right? It's about journeying with you guys over here. So we also want to understand what kind of support you might want to require from, thanks, Kaining, from the community as well, and from the Courage chapter. Can we go into Mentimeter, and we could just probably like off the top of our head, like what are some of the sort of like the top most like pain point that you may have at this current stage of your ideation or your venture? I understand some of you might be more formulated in your thought process and ideas, but some of them are really just like tinkering, playing with that thought. So maybe Kenny, we can just go to the first question. But for those of you who are new to Mentimeter, you can scan the QR code and type in the number. Kenny, over to you.
Yeah. I'm trying, sorry, I was trying, in the past it was a bit different, but I'm now trying to find the link that I can send them on the chat. Wait, yeah, but in any case, you all can scan the QR code lah. If not, yes, I found it. Okay, let me send you all on the chat as well. Yeah, so you can either scan the QR code to answer the questions, or you click into the link that I sent on the chat. Yeah, it goes to the same place. So the first question is, right, what would help you to move your business idea forward the most, right? Number one is, do you want to get clear about the idea, or you want like you don't know what idea you have yet, so you want to figure it out, or you want to hear feedback from real people, let's say, or you need like people to accountability buddy lah, like you keep saying you want to do, but then like you keep procrastinating. You need accountability to get you going and like a community. Do you need certain skill sets, let's say? You need access to the right people, finding your first paying customer, or just knowing that you're not alone. So you just want a community of people to do it together with you, or something else. There's something else, right? I would love for you to unmute and share your something else, because that would be quite insightful for us. Yeah. So you see, we are doing our market validation now, huh? Yeah. On you guys. Yeah. So yes, the two people who said something else, you can write on the chat, or yes, Albert said customer acquisition. Yeah, I think usually people's pain point is like who will pay lah, basically. So that's why you must validate first, online, then offline, then really get a real paying customer. Yeah. No, most ideas don't. Most ideas corporate may not pay, or pay peanuts. Yeah. So it depends on your unique selling point as well. Thanks for sharing. Any other?
I just have a question to ask.
Yeah.
Are you planning on any like in-person meetup of, this group or any other groups that come in for this kind of a session to see if there could be viable partners who could work together, or, who could take their ideas together? I
Yes.
mean, instead of just sitting and just validating and then getting stuck there, because it takes a lot to start something new.
Yes. It's definitely, actually. This is the reason why we are also asking everyone what you are looking for. So we are doing our own market validation to see whether this is a need, right? And if there is, then we are happy to organize groups as well, because we have spoken to individuals and they have told us that in varying degrees, their challenge, right? And I think it's very helpful to have a supportive community together lah. In fact, we ran our first offline session 2 weeks ago, where we actually got two of our community members who are currently running businesses to come and talk and share how they got started. So these are the little things, right? You learn from others and your peers lah. Yeah. Stay tuned. We have more updates coming up. Yeah. Okay, and then now I move on to my next question. I think I only noticed 17 people responded, and I'm not sure if the rest managed to get it, but join us if you can. Okay, so even now, right? So what we want to do is that obviously it's not sustainable for Jess and I to do it centrally only, right? Everybody has their own skill sets, and all of you are much more experienced than us. Like you know way more than us. Actually, what can we all offer to the community to help each other? Imagine if like all of us can, like last time I remember this story. So there's this one of our community members, he really wants to be a private chef. Then I was like, hey, very easy, what? Private chef, you just like write on the chat lah, right? You just get 6 people to agree to come to your house to eat your food. Then you can kickstart your journey already. And that's the power of community lah, in my opinion. So like, what can we offer someone else to help each other kickstart? Okay, I know the first one is definitely Mia lah. Mia, okay. I tell you, I don't know why Mia is here, because he's a super techie guy and he's like 10,000 times better than all of us, than me. So he actually runs his own AI company. So he is able to give $1,000 AI credits for agentic workflow. So if you are at that level and you want to talk to Mia, please ask him for the promo code. Yeah.
Never mind, later we ask for a bulk promo code. We go and ask.
Yeah. So, like, what else can you offer? So, for example, it can be something as simple as like a listening ear. You can help people to validate their ideas. It could be some people who are ex-marketers. You can help them to do social, like can contribute a social media marketing skills, for example. I think Jess mentioned a few
Oh,
pointers as well, right? So for
Develop.
example, some examples lah, okay, we need some inspiration. So could be like listening here, right? Can be an introduction from my network. So for example, you think that, you know, what your peer is saying is, hey, actually it's in my industry, I can refer a connection. That would be useful. A skill, if you can teach somebody a skill, you can be an accountability buddy, like you PM them every day, hey, hello, have you progressed? And then or you can provide professional expertise. Like some people, to set up their business, they might need legal help, right? If you're a lawyer, you can do that. Finance, design, or you can share your own story and experience, or you can just show up and like cheer on other people lah. So many things we can do. Yeah. Yay, very nice. A small, cozy community space to brainstorm ideas. Yeah, that would be very lovely. Networking with previous FMCG. Yeah, so anybody want FMCG, you know, you can come and get connected as well. Yeah, business investments. Hey, very nice. Awesome. We have one more question, right, Jess?
Yes, we do, but I do want to see like
Okay.
people responding. Just now was 17 so
Just more.
I really believe that everyone has something to offer.
Jess is more persistent than me. Okay. I like to cut people slack, but Jess don't like to cut people slack. So she will wait for answers. Yeah.
Finance expertise.
Okay. Startup ideation. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. So everybody has very deep experience. Honestly, like, you know, there's so much we can do together lah. Yeah. Sounding board, whether you would use your product. Yeah. I think the hardest hurdle to overcome is the human validation. Like when you really bring it out to market, then you're scared of being rejected, right? Actually, that's the hardest part. Like literally talking to real people and finding out from them what they think lah.
But I think it's part and parcel of the process as well lah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay,
Sustainability.
Jess, you pass not your quota 13 out of 19, can or not?
Okay.
Then we move on. Okay.
Oh, last one.
One more. Oh, nice. You can offer free campaigns. Ooh, that is yes, that's exactly what we are looking for, like synergy, right? Yeah. So maybe your business, right, can help another business. So actually, to Ashish's point just now, right, actually what we're thinking of is really, can we all come together with all our different businesses, right? And then we help each other. That means help each other build lah. Like if let's say you are a fractional marketer, you can help other people with their marketing, you know what I mean? So we stack our skills together, then we help everybody have their first use case. Yeah, that's our plan.
I think the caveat is that we want it to be a paid, in a way, like ideally we can be our own like first customers. So that there would be a feed forward and value creation at the same time, and also confidence building lah.
Yeah, we portfolio building and all that. Okay, last question is, so sorry, Sangeeta. Yeah, because just now the name was different. Yeah. So which of these Courage Chapter activities is interesting for you lah? Alright, it can be more, you can send us messages and to tell us what you think as well.
I just want to be clear because like the options that we listed over here, these are options that the Courage Chapter can offer. There will be more, but I think we are also very mindful about to see how everything could stack. How can we stack the different like offerings that we have? For example, if we have like physical meetups, can we also like weave like opportunities like this to validate? I think that that's what some of you have suggested in the earlier poll as well. Sorry, Kai-Ling, over to you.
No, I was going to say, Jess, can you explain a bit about these options? Because it may not be very,
Skills directory. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, do you mind explaining a bit about like what we mean?
Like, I mean, the skills directory. So just now, some of you have like very niche expertise, be it whether is it in career coaching, be it whether is it in finance, accounting, be it whether is it in the area of sustainability. These are very niche skill sets, right? But the thing is that after this session, right? Who are these people? Where do I look for them? So if we can have like in a way like almost like a mind map of like, oh, this person is this, he's known for this, he's willing to offer his time for this. Can I then reach out to him to tap his brain on a particular pain point or question or curious question that I may have? then you can help one another. Also because you're offering your skill set as well, lah. What we are also thinking is like having like clinics like today to expose possibilities of how like the market validation like test. I think AI is still rather new, especially for like terms like skills, terms like even like some of you are creating your first AI account today. So it's a milestone now, and we're hoping that having such sharing sessions like skill clinics like we had today is able to inspire more possibilities. And of course, because we don't want to be the only one to be, yes, we are entrepreneurs, but we will also like to learn from your story and your experiences and whether or not you'll be open to share that to the wider community. We just like what Kenny mentioned earlier, 2 weeks ago, we ran a session. Albert and Sue Yan from the community came to share about how they have transitioned from their corporate experience, and then how they so-called have retired, but then they have decided to embark on a new chapter. One individual opened up a hardware store selling LED and lights. Another lady, I think she had caregiving responsibility, so she wasn't even like physically in Singapore. So what are the avenues that she took to enable meaningful contribution, to enable in a way a different source of income as well. Okay, very long elaboration, but
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, I think we're good, right, with our poll. Then I will
yes.
stop sharing. Then Jess, you can take over for the last part.
Yeah, so I think that is all from like the courage chapter, really. I think we hope that today's session was useful, and also it's a shout out lah for the bootcamp that's happening next weekend for those who are very curious to on the agents that we are about to build, and also to embark on the what we call a consortium of like businesses of a community that we are building here. These are different levels of engagement that we're pursuing, but we are hoping that this could inspire more creation energy and more activation energy in the community. Any further questions from the crowd?
Yeah, awesome. Okay, very good. I'm glad to hear that from some of you that it was helpful today lah. We hope to do more of these things as well. Yeah. All right. Have a very, very good rest of weekend. Yeah. See you all in the next
Thank
event.
you.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.